Hey guys, and welcome to lesson 64 of Jazz Piano Daily. Today we're going to start shifting into a more advanced arrangement for In a Sentimental Mood. So now I say advanced, it's more like kind of like intermediate plus. I don't want to scare you off. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through many different techniques. So kind of like doing some of that back and forth with the root and the rootless chord. We're going to get into also doing kind of like a little bit more flowing left hand like this as well. You know, like kind of flowing through the arrangement a little bit more. So I'm going to give you many of these techniques over the next several lessons. So I want you to be patient with me because I'm only going to give you a few measures at a time because I want to make sure it's bite-sized for you and you're not going to get overwhelmed with material. All right, so let's shift over to the music. And if you happen to be seeing a box right here, it just means that you're watching on YouTube and you're not a member of the site. So just go back to jazzpianodaily.com. You could check out the full membership and see all of the music. All right, so here we go. So we're starting. What we're doing now is we're playing root and then rootless chord. Now, if you don't remember the rootless chords, we started with those in the first 3 lessons, all right? I believe it was lesson number 2 or 3 for the minor chord. I could tell you here in just a second. Yes, lesson number 2 taught you about the rootless minor chord. So you're going to hit root and then rootless chord. Now, when you get to the minor major 7 here, right, the minor major 7, it's obviously going to be the root, and then the regular minor chord is this for D minor. Well, what do you think D minor with a major 7th is? Well, that's a 7th, so instead you should make it a major 7th, which means go up a half step, right? So it would be that, and then this, and then it goes to D minor 7, and then D minor 6. All I do is I just move that the C down to the 6. You could also bring the thumb down to the D if you wanted to kind of soften up that sound a little bit. Sometimes with the 9th up there, it sounds a little bit too tense. So if you want to soften it up, just bring the thumb down to the D, all right? And then we move down to the G, and then the G minor rootless chord, okay? So the D minor rootless chord, just to let you know, that was built on the 3rd. The G minor rootless chord is being built on the 7th. So we go to the root of G minor, and then F sharp, moving down to the major 7th. So what do you think we're going to do here when we play this chord? Are we going to play that 7th? No, we're going to play this 7th. So, and then we go down to the 7th. So really what I'm doing here is I'm really playing this as a G minor 7 over F. All right, so this would really be this right here, G minor 7 over F. But I'm going to still keep it just as the plain G minor 7, just so that it kind of matches what we've been doing so far. I don't want to change the chords around too much on you. So just know that what's happening is we have this descending bass line going on. So G, rootless G chord, major 7th, rootless G minor chord with the major 7th. Then I go down on the 7th, and I play the 7th over here as well. And then the same thing in the left hand, root 3 for E7, root 7 for A7. Don't have to do anything too fancy on those because they're just hitting for 1 beat apiece. So it's really just a matter of getting that chord sound together. Then we go down to the D minor. And then here what I do is I go down to that low D and then I come up and I play the root and the 3rd. All right? Actually, no, I'm sorry. I have the 3rd and the 5th in there. Okay, but you could do the root and the 3rd if you wanted to, all right? So if coming up to the 3rd and the 5th is too much, if that's like too much of a jump for you, then you could just do the root and the 3rd. I want you to also know if that's too much of a jump for you, you can even do this. That would work as well, okay? So just playing the 5th and the root, or just hitting octaves like that, okay? All right, so now in the right hand is just the right hand. So let me play the whole thing together. Root, rootless chord for D minor. Now major 7th, now 7th, now 6th with that one, or with the D. The E or the D, you get to decide. Then the G minor 7, major 7th there, and then the 7th, come down, just root 3 here, The A7, I'm adding in the 7, I'm adding in the 3rd rather here with my thumb, okay? If you don't like it with the thumb, you can also play the 2nd finger. Just sometimes when you're coming down from here, right? I'm kind of bringing my thumb over and sliding my finger up. And I hit that with the middle finger and then the D minor. And then here we go to the 5th. Okay, I forgot to tell you that before. So what's happening here is I'm playing the root, chord, 5th chord. Root, chord, 5th chord. This is happening all in one hand. Luckily, we're going slow. And this is a great way to learn how to play that faster stride down the road is by learning it slow like this. Okay, so from that D minor measure, and then together, right? You just hit the D and the E. We'll pick the rest up in the next chapter. All right? So let's go through it one more time. Here we go. And again, you might say, hey, wait a second, I'm looking for like more of that, like, like, how did that get there? You're looking for like that really rich advanced jazz style. We're going to start to move into that, but I need to kind of, like I said, ease you in, all right? So if you're looking for that advanced style, we're going to build upon this song. Now, I realize that, playing this song for, a couple of weeks, a few weeks, maybe even a month, it might get a little bit boring. But we're using this as a vehicle to be able to build our skill set, all right? So I ask for your patience. I also think it's a beautiful tune. So having this song underneath your fingertips and having a nice arrangement and figuring out, like step by step, how it's all, how it all unravels and how it all goes together, I think it's kind of cool. So anyway, so that's what we're going to be doing, all right? So with that, I will see you guys in the next lesson. To get the first 45 pages of music for free, just go back to jazzpianodaily.com. If you liked the video, please be sure to click the like button and also subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. To watch the rest of the lessons in this series, just click on the playlist to the right of this arrow. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you in the next video.